Hi everyone, welcome to this class of social and ethical issues in computing. Today we're going to be talking about the doctrine of the double effect as a moral principle. This is a principle that is meant to explain what we consider morally permissibly in difficult cases of moral deliberation. So, let's get started. Before discussing the article by Philippa Foot, this short discussion of the doctrine of the double effect is useful. The doctrine of the double effect is an algorithm for solving all moral disputes in which an act will have two effects, one good and the other bad. The doctrine says, roughly, that it is always wrong to do a bad act intentionally in order to bring about good consequences, but that it is sometimes permissible to do a good act despite knowing that it will bring about bad consequences. This doctrine consists in four conditions that must be satisfied before an act is morally permissible. So, let's see what those conditions are. The first condition is called the nature of the act condition. The action must be either morally good or indifferent. Lying or intentionally killing an innocent person is never permissible. The second is the means end condition. The bad effect must not be the means by which one achieves the good effect. The third one is the right intention condition. The intention must be the achieving of the only good effect, with the bad effect being only an unintended side effect. If the bad effect is a means of obtaining the good effect, then the act is immoral. The bad effect may be foreseen but must rather be intended. So, notice that the intentions are very important in this kind of principle. The last condition makes much more sense, and it's called the proportionality condition. The good effect must be at least equivalent in importance to the bad effect. To illustrate, consider a woman whose life is endangered by her pregnancy. Is it morally permissible for her to have an abortion in order to save her life? The double doctrine effect says that an abortion is not permissible. Let's think of this case from the perspective of the double doctrine effect. Since abortion kills an innocent human being, and since intentionally killing innocent human beings is always wrong, it's always wrong to have an abortion even to save the woman's life. Abortion also fails condition 2, the means end condition. Killing the innocent in order to bring about a good effect is never justified, not even to save a whole city of the world. As the Stoics said, let justice be done, so the heavens fall. However, if the woman's uterus happens to be cancerous, then she might have a hysterectomy, even though it will result in the death of the fetus. What do you think? Is this a good argument against abortion? If you read Philippa's food paper, she says that this has been a classic argument from the Catholic Church. But how does the doctrine of the double effect account for this case? Here is the explanation. This is because the act of removing a cancerous uterus is morally good, thus passing condition 1. The act of performing a hysterectomy also passes condition 3, since the death of the fetus is the unintended, thought foreseen effect of the hysterectomy. Condition 2 is passed because the death of the fetus isn't the means of saving the woman's life. The hysterectomy is the act that saves her life. Condition 4 is passed because saving the woman's life is a great good, at least as good as saving the fetus. In this case, given the double doctrine effect, the woman is really lucky to have a cancerous uterus, rather than a pregnancy-related life-threatening condition. On the other hand, if the doctor could save the woman's life only by changing the composition of the amniotic fluid, say, with a saline solution, which in turn would kill the fetus, this would not be morally permissible according to the double doctrine effect. In this case, the same result occurs as in the hysterectomy, but killing the fetus is intended as the means of saving the woman's life. Similarly, a craniotomy or crushing the fetus's head in order to remove it and thus save the woman's life could be disallowed, since they would violate conditions 2 and 3. What do you think? I'm gonna post some questions about Philippa's food paper. Have a good night.